Master Luke, sir, it's so good to see you fully functional again.
Thanks, 3PO.
R2 express this as relief also.
How you feeling, kid?
Don't look so bad to me. In fact, he looks strong enough to pull the ears off a gun dart. Thanks to you. That's 2 you owe me, Junior. Well, your worship, looks like you managed to keep me around for a little while longer.
I had nothing to do with it. General Rykin thinks it's dangerous for any ships to leave the system until we've activated the energy field.
That's a good story.
I think you just can't bear to let a gorgeous guy like me out of your sight.
I don't know where you get your delusions, laser brain.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
So, JP.
So, Ron.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, the most overused line in Star Wars history.
Yeah.
All right.
But in this case, it's true.
Yeah?
You ever notice how a lot of the characters say that in the Star Wars movies, and there's no reason to have a bad feeling about it?
Or worse, it's like...
Or it's obvious?
Yeah, it's like, well, yeah, you're chained to a post, and there's, like, animals who are going to kill you, and you're about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have a good feeling about this. What do you think,
Yeah, it's funny when you say it ironically.
Right.
When it's like... Or when you say it, you know, like in a place where you're being welcomed into a Chancellor's Hall or something, and it's like, I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, literally, I know you guys think it's going to be cool, it's going to be a celebration, but I think we're going to get killed here.
Sure.
Right?
Right. Yeah, so folks, we are...
Oh, that's right. We're doing a podcast.
Yeah,
here.
this is a podcast.
Yes.
We do this every week.
It's like at the radio.
We are. Yeah, it's a radio on the internet.
Yeah, there's it all happens in the theater of the mind. Me and Ron could both be 30 feet tall and blue.
It's in the computer. We are Star Wars Delusions of Granular.
That's right, SW Dog, colloquially known. You can find our old podcast at delusionsofgranular.com. We have a pretty good amount now.
That's
30,
right. 30. I think we're recording 31 now.
If you go listen to all 30, feel free to hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/SWDog, and let us know what you thought.
That's
Maybe toss us a like.
Or follow us on Twitter at SWDog77.
We're very active on Twitter nowadays.
That's right.
And don't forget, hey, you know what? We never do this anymore, but if you are particularly feeling one way or the other about the show, why don't you go into iTunes, log in, and leave us a review? It's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a while since you did that. Do it for yourself.
Yeah,
and
we're slipping in the rankings on there, but, people are finding us. I don't think...
I like to fly under the radar.
Anymore. Yeah.
The more under the radar we fly, the more copyright material we can use.
Yeah, that's right.
And also, always feel free to give us a call at 651-337-9364. That number again, 651-33-SW-DOG.
That's right, and you can call us anytime, day or night, leave us a message, and
we will not answer?
We'll probably not answer. I don't even know if we can answer.
It's true.
Tied to the computer, and I don't know how we pick that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, leave us a message, and, we'll address it on the air or even play it.
Yeah, let us know if you don't want it addressed on the air otherwise.
Yeah, right.
So,
right. So, what are we talking about this week? This is kind of a looser episode.
This is a loosey-goosey episode. We've done a few episodes where we've had to do some serious recapping and synopsisizing, and I always just feel so bogged down when we do those.
We did, yeah. We did a lot of research in the last several episodes.
So we're back to what we do best.
Yeah, speculate and...
Talking out our ass.
Talk out of our asses, folks. Yes, we're going to talk out of our asses on this episode, and what should we be talking about? Well, of course, the new Star Wars movie.
That's right.
Right? I feel like this is our duty. I feel like this episode has to kind of achieve a couple goals.
Right.
Right?
Let's hear it.
A, set expectations. Mm-hmm. Folks, this may be I have a bad feeling about this moment in December.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yes.
This might not be what we want.
Well, I think, yeah. Well, yeah. Okay,
Right?
fair enough. Go
Right?
forward. Go
I mean,
forward. Yes.
There's a chance that this could
Hey, the future is not written. It could go either way.
go either
Right.
way, right? I
So-
think we all want this to be great, but that's
Certainly.
that's a high expectation by a lot of people.
We really want that spark of a new hope. I'm mixing my Star Wars titles. But yeah, I agreed, yes.
Also, I think
Setting expectations, goal 1.
yes, goal number 2. We need to. I think we wanted to document our predictions for the new movie.
Right.
Right, the new
Yeah.
movie coming out in December, so that we can kind of,
So we can, in a year, we can play clips from the old episode of a clip show and see if we
what
were
did
right
we get
or
wrong? What did we
You know?
right? What are we,
Or the-
clairvoyant about?
Or the
What,
weather underground here. on
Exactly.
Star Wars.
So we don't know anything more than what the typical internet junkie out there is following on the internet.
We have indulged in tarot. We have indulged in Ouija. We have indulged in various dark and carnal arts
Right.
to discern what could be happening in the future. But all of that is neither here nor there right now.
That's right.
This is the front of the show. The front of the show, we like to do, a little off-topic business.
Yeah.
I don't have any kind of, we retired Misery Row.
I have nothing planned for this.
We retired Misery Row. We haven't seen Strange Magic yet, though we both plan to.
Yes.
That's George Lucas's new fantasy film. Not
That's
Willow.
right.
We don't know what he did with it exactly. That story or something?
Based on a.
It's kind of like Red
based on a
Tails.
Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Kind of like Red Tails, though, where you look at the IMDb and it's like, what exactly did he do with this?
I don't know.
But yeah. But so I was thinking we could use this space for a little house cleaning, little
All right.
little talk,
All right.
state of the show.
State of the show. State
Yeah.
of our show.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right.
That's right, Ron.
All right.
So there's been a little bit of Facebook chatter on our page
Yes.
about
Oh, right.
yes, about kind of where the show's going, the vibe people are getting from it.
Yes.
We're starting to get a bit of a reputation, as one listener called it, as being a true fan versus hater mentality.
Right. I don't know where that comes from, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can kind of get it. We do get a little jingoistic sometimes with the Star Wars.
I guess.
But,
hard not to as a Star Wars fan. Mm-hmm. But we're not that.
No.
Right?
No.
We're not that.
Yeah, people need to be very clear. This is not. We're not telling you the right way to be a fan. We're not telling you the right way to like Star Wars. We're not. There is no right way.
There is no right way. Yeah.
What you're listening to is a documentation of two very fickle fans.
That's right.
Very loyal to Star Wars.
Yes.
But very fickle as to what we determine to be Star Wars.
True.
In fact,
True.
I would say that a large part of the purpose of this entire show is to kind of get to the root, the brass tacks.
What is Star Wars?
What is Star Wars? What do we want from it?
All right. Side note here.
Yeah.
I as I tend to do,
Yes.
I acquired some new Star Wars items.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
These are the Dark Horse omnibuses. Omnibuy.
Yeah.
Right. These are very well done pieces of work.
Oh yes.
So
well,
they're collecting like pretty much everything
Awesome.
that's ever been done in comic form for Star Wars.
Question: did you get some of the later stuff, like the John Ostrander, like Cade Skywalker stuff?
I have not gotten that yet.
Because I would really like within the next year for us to do a Cade episode. I
Sure.
know nothing about it.
Well, I was looking on the internet, and there's at least 28 different volumes of these. This is not like the big Marvel omnibus that came out last year. That's
right.
a pound,
Oh, the
5 pounds heavy,
half
right?
a foot thick.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not this.
Hair red
right?
as fire.
These are like soft cover, 400 pages.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're kind of.
But they cover everything, and they're recolored. Wonderful.
Oh.
Wonderful.
They're recolored.
Yeah, they're recolored. Like, this is digital coloring. Like, it looks really crisp.
Really, but they can't recolor things like Dark Empire, though, right? And it's hand colored.
Dark Empire.
I guess
Well,
it's
no,
tilt
but they.
shifted.
I mean, they've definitely color corrected. Right? Because looking at this stuff, I was just like, wow, this stuff is really, really crisp.
I wonder how, when they correct it, if they're being more true to like the original artwork, or if they're being more true to like what was printed and enhancing it. You know what I mean?
I would say that they've probably gone back to like the original like what they intended this to be. Before like it was printed in newsprint and whatever.
Okay.
But I'm like flipping through these volumes, right?
Yep.
And like I was a big fan of like the EU, like novel wise, and didn't really follow like the EU in comic book form. Right?
Interesting. Okay.
And I'm realizing that like what I know about the EU just by following the novels is it's like I only know half the story.
One facet of a diamond. Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's so many tales within these books.
One facet of a kyber crystal.
Exactly.
Yes.
There's so many tales within these books that I've never thought even existed.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, oh my god, I don't even know what Star Wars is right now. Like, there's so many stories in this. Like,
okay.
I read like the Boba Fett omnibus, and like there's stories in this I had no idea existed. Like, there's a whole like scavenger hunt that has like it's like 3 teams, and it's
is that 4-issue mini?
I think it's 4 issues. Yeah,
that's the John Ostrander one. I think.
Yeah. It's like you have like Dengar and Bosk and IG-88 teamed up, and you have like Han Solo and Chewbacca teamed up, kind of with Lando. And they all know each other, and they're all like going after like this Yavin crystal, right?
Okay.
And Greedo is kind of like a stowaway on the Millennium Falcon, and he's just kind of like he's in way over his head, and he has no idea what he's doing there, but he wants to like do good. And there's double crosses and triple crosses going on in this.
It's funny to think of like a world where like Han Solo, like pre-Star Wars, where Han Solo knew Boba on some level.
It's great fun, and I can't even believe that this is like something that exists, like that's been around for years.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's fun to see these characters kind of used without like having to rely on like some big continuity. Like, it's just like here's some established characters.
Yeah,
let's throw them in a mix together and see how they play off of one another. And like, sure, this was once considered canon, but it isn't anymore. And like.
Right, it's that freedom from canon where you're like, this is just a fun story that's making you enjoy it more.
These are just fun stories.
Yeah.
I look forward to reading more of this because it seems like they're chock full of like just here's another fun story.
It's true. I guess it's weird because I fell out of the EU quite a bit for a while there, and
well, I feel like the novels really were kind of starting to get really tied to like, okay, this is what happened. So we have to reference that because that happened 5 books ago. Where these comic books just seem like, here's some fun.
Right.
Throw these characters together and let's just have fun with it.
And as we're always saying, I mean, this is important to the future, as the continuity gets tighter and more things become canon. Right now, Rebels is canon, as is the new movie, as is all the books.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going down a path that
potentially we can't follow.
Yeah. We could run into a big
our hearts could be
here.
broken.
Yeah. All right. So, what do we really want to talk about this
Ron. Sorry. You stepped all over my stuff here. We're supposed to put out what we're all about here.
What are we all about?
I mean,
I have no idea.
That's just it. That's I would say what we're certainly not all about haters versus true fans.
Right. No.
We don't claim to know what a true fan is.
Right.
That's a disclaimer here.
It's true.
I just want to put that out there. I've seen some people talk about it, and we might seem like hardliners, but we're certainly not.
Yeah, we are. Like I like to use the tagline. We talk Star Wars. We don't hate Star Wars. But
I've actually thought about that tagline today. I was thinking about that, and I was like, maybe we should alter that because sometimes we do.
Sure.
Like in this very episode, we might actually hate on Star Wars somewhat.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe we need to alter that once again, but.
Yeah.
Like, we don't
talking Star Wars, not always hating Star Wars.
We don't... I guess what we do is we talk Star Wars. We don't hate on...
George Lucas.
Other people who are talking Star Wars.
Well, I don't know.
I mean...
Off mic, we hate on quite a few people.
Off mic, sure. But, there's a lot of people that are just, telling everyone else how... No, this is how you need to like Star Wars.
Oh, right. Right.
Who cares?
Yeah, this is more just documentation of how 2 guys like Star Wars.
Yeah,
right.
I see people are just like, I'm introducing my girlfriend or whatever to the movies for the first time. What order should I play them in?
Right.
Who cares?
Yeah, however you want.
However you want.
Yeah.
Play them in,
Machete.
Yeah, play them in, play 4, 2, 3.
So then slip in a
7,
season of Battlestar Galactica 1980.
Right.
And
just
then...
watch them anywhere, because they're just stories.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's
Right.
I see where you're going now with the whole comic books and everything. It's all part of a grand tapestry that is not necessarily fully cohesive.
Right. And I would say, I think, Legends isn't going away. Those stories still exist. They're still publishing these books.
That's right.
Pick them up, read them. They're fun.
Agreed.
They're fun. They're not tied to anything, so they're even more fun.
Now, let's get something that's very tied to everything.
Yes.
Have you felt it, Ron?
Have I felt the it awaken?
Yes.
I kind of have. Although, lately I haven't.
Yeah.
I feel like it awoke for a little bit, then went back to bed.
I feel like it woke up a lot of websites I'd never heard of before.
That's right.
Yeah.
They pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, well first we had Making Star Wars, which, came about as pretty legit.
Yes.
And then we had, what was the one that leaked the photos?
We had, was it,
not iQuiz, that's the new one.
No, that's the new one. There was Star Wars Underground.
Yeah, Star Wars
That
Underground.
seems to be...
Still pretty legit. I just can't remember what that one... Remember we had to Photoshop those pictures and all that stuff? Anyhow.
Right.
A lot of fly-by-night sites have come up with a lot of crazy rumors.
Right. Yes.
And they're getting a lot of traction.
Allegedly fly-by-night sites.
Yeah.
Who knows who owns these sites? I don't know who owns these sites, but they seem to have, a hard line into what's going on in the new movie.
I just wish that someone would, do something and look up... who registered the domain or something. It's the Dharma Initiative. JJ starts playing all this stuff,
Right.
Because you remember how fun that was on Lost?
Yeah.
They would start having all those crazy games.
Oh, yeah.
People looking in the source code for clues and stuff.
Well, we're not getting that. We're not getting fun. We're getting the newest one.
We're getting desperation, man.
iQuiz with a K.
That's right.
KWIZ. iQuiz.
Yep.
And they are, they're now leaking the details about the standalone.
Gareth Edwards' new film?
Yeah, that it's going to be about Boba Fett. Maybe Boba Fett versus Han Solo.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I didn't catch that.
But they've cast allegedly they've cast the female lead. Mm-hmm. From that Black Orphan show.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And
have you caught up with that yet?
No.
Me neither.
Yeah. No.
I've heard a lot of good things.
I've heard good things, but
I've heard good things for
no
years,
time.
actually. Yeah.
No time.
Robert Downey Jr. bought the rights to the second episode or something to make a movie.
Yeah, I've already heard that they're going to make an American version of it or something. Who knows? But apparently they cast her, the lead or whatever her name is in this, and that they're saying now is she's going to play Sabine.
Interesting. So the story is...
The story is...
that Boba, last seen in the Clone Wars, adolescent male, has had gender reassignment surgery, and has gone under the name of Sabine for several years, and then at some point switches back for Empire.
If that is a rumor and you want to leak that, you need to leak that on our site. Mark it as an exclusive.
I have leaked it. I have a lot of sources at the ranch.
Well, they are saying that Boba Fett is going to be more of a mantle than a character, a person, that people will inherit the armor and be known as Boba Fett.
I could believe that on some level. It's a dumb idea, but I can believe it.
Idea. Also explored in the EU with the Yoda cast.
Well, it wasn't so much a mantle, so much as someone just
impersonating.
Yeah.
But yes, the idea of...
A lot of love for that arc.
Yeah, the idea of... Actually, just read it. Not even an arc. One story, one book.
Right.
Yeah.
But Jodocast makes another appearance, right? Does he not come back? Or is he...
Spoiler. Dies at the end of the book.
He's eliminated.
Yeah.
I thought that was... Wow. That was a powerful story for me to have such,
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is going to go on for a few issues. No.
And, Jodocast was, a name I used to use as, you know how sometimes you do, cool tests and stuff when you're younger?
Yeah.
You meet a new kid and you're like, you really like Star Wars? What do you think about Jodocast? You know,
Yeah. Only lasted one issue. Unless he was
damned.
in something else, EU-related.
Well, you know what? As we continue this ongoing investigation.
Right.
Who knows?
Right. So, yeah. So they're saying Boba Fett might be Boba Fett might actually be in 7.
Okay.
You know, he might be in A Force Awakens.
What I took offense at with that rumor was that rumor also cited that Rebels has a lot of deep backstories and character connections, and I have not seen any evidence of that.
Well, yeah.
And the other thing is, like, Sabine, we don't know anything about her. They made a bunch of things about her, like she's really into explosives and art.
Yeah,
And
that's all we know about
armor.
her. Yeah,
it's like,
yeah. Well,
I need a little bit more. Hera's more interesting.
Oh, did you hear the other rumor? This is,
No.
I guess, our catching up episode too.
Yeah, catch me up. I've been out of the loop, man.
Season 2 of Rebels will be twice as long
Okay,
as Season 1,
all right,
and Lando will make another appearance
great.
along with every other OT character.
Will his truffle pig or whatever be with him?
Oh, I hope so.
His fluffer,
Making his millions on truffles
whatever,
on
whatever.
Lothal truffles.
Whatever. Okay. Rebels, yeah. Well, we'll have our Rebels episode.
Yeah.
Rebels will have its day in the
Yeah.
hot Tatooine sun.
All right, so let's talk about Force Awakens,
Yeah.
because this movie is coming. It's going to be a force to reckon with, right?
Indeed.
Force, no pun intended,
That's right.
right? But it's going to be huge. Actually, kind of surprised the Super Bowl just happened. No ads for Star Wars and all. No Disney related
Yeah.
ads at all on the Super Bowl.
And it's
No
funny 'cause
Avengers. No.
It seems like the past few years there have been like some kind of Star Wars reference commercial.
Right.
Like the
Yeah,
car commercial with the little
Jedi.
boy.
Yeah.
So, I guess I'm also a little confused. Like, it seems like everyone's really into this right now.
Who?
People in general just seem very amped about the new Star Wars thing.
Oh, I was going to say the complete opposite.
Oh, really?
I don't think people know it's coming.
Okay. Well,
I think that the circles that we travel on the internet,
no, for sure,
right?
for sure.
No.
But I mean, like, when they announced when they released the teaser,
Yes.
and when they released the logo,
Yes.
I had a lot of people coming up to me and talking to me, like, because they knew I was like Star Wars, or whatever. Like,
Sure.
did you hear about the new thing?
Right.
And it was one of those moments, kind of like when everyone in my office was talking about, like, I can't believe they cast Ben Affleck as Batman. Where I
Okay.
was like, literally, just 5 years ago, no one would have given a fuck.
Right.
Like, you know.
Right. Well,
So, anyhow, I'm just saying that, like, I'm impressed that anyone cares at all.
I don't have that opinion. I think that no one cares. No one cares at all.
Well, we
I
have a
don't
biased
think
listener
we've-
base, but
Sure. But I think that the John Q public out there doesn't care about this. Doesn't have any idea that this is coming,
why do you think it's going to be a big movie then?
because they haven't unleashed their
The marketing
onslaught.
machine.
Yeah, they haven't opened that up yet. You know, a teaser was released to 30 theaters across the country for a weekend.
Right, and on the internet, of course.
And on the internet,
Now,
sure.
to be fair, I guess now that you say that, like, really, it's all been, they've kind of let the fans do all the work for them. Like, they released a couple things.
That's right.
Not to say there's no effort put in that teaser. It was a great teaser.
Sure.
But I'm sure there was some PR placement stuff.
Yeah.
But
I'm getting money for this.
But beyond that, like, really, it's been guys like you and me and bloggers and
Oh yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Like,
The
these like fly-by-night exploitative
iQuiz
speculation
I don't know
sites.
where this stuff comes from. iQuiz.
Night quiz.
I don't know. So I think that the juggernaut of the marketing push has not happened yet.
Right, of course.
I don't know. Let's speculate.
Yeah.
When do you think that'll start?
Okay, well, let's historically look back. What's the last big movie? Avengers is coming. When is Avengers coming out?
May.
Oh, May, January, February, March, April, May. 5 months out.
May. Right.
So, and they started that when I was over November, right? November.
Yeah, it was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, so about 6-7 months out is when they really start to push.
Yes.
So yeah.
we're saying when Avengers: Age of Ultron comes out, that's going to be the start of
Yeah,
no
pretty
escaping
much. Yeah.
Star Wars.
June, July,
wave.
August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, exactly.
That's still a long ways
And that
away.
makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's weird, like, to look at companies release schedule, be like, hey, there seems to be some logic to this. Have a big movie and then 6 months later have another one? But, yeah.
All right. So we're saying in May 6th, I believe, is when Age of Ultron is coming out.
And they've all but confirmed that the Star Wars full trailer is going to be attached to that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But they have not said how that is being released.
Sure.
You know, like, is it going to be on every movie? Is it going to be...
Yeah,
you know, like, are they still going to keep this stuff hush?
As you know, the thing is, I feel like there's just so much talk about the business and how they're releasing things, even though we know that's so tied to everything.
Yes.
I'm just tired of it. I'd like to talk a little bit about our favorite characters.
All right.
What's going to happen to those guys?
Sure. I made a list.
Okay.
Things that I feel need to be answered in the new movie.
All right.
All right.
Very prepared.
Right.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Because there's things. Well, there's canon, obviously.
Right.
The
now
movies are canon.
Yeah.
You know, and having gone back to, you know, we did the episode on Shadows of the Empire. We did the other episode on
Dark Empire.
Dark Empire.
Yep.
These are two stories that kind of pick up the storyline in different spots, but pick up the storyline from the movies.
Yes.
Right? So essentially what we're getting now is a new movie that should be picking up the storyline from the last movie, which is Return of the Jedi.
Of course.
Right? 30 years down the line, but still.
Yep, we
should be picking
saw
those up.
our heroes celebrating special editions. We saw the
Right.
You know,
Let's just ignore what happens in the EU. That didn't happen.
Right.
You know, we may have those stories may have been told. Right.
Maybe.
I'm flipping through these omnibuy, right? And they're literally picking up the story the day after the celebration on Endor.
maybe
right?
there's Mara Jade. Maybe
right.
not.
Right.
Yeah.
So when last we
saw our heroes.
saw our heroes, our one hero in particular, our scoundrel, our lovable rogue,
Yes.
Han Solo.
Well on his way to becoming milquetoast.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Han Solo's arc kind of happened.
Yeah.
Right? A full arc.
Yeah.
Rogue, scoundrel, double crosser, cheat, what have you. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then becomes frozen in carbonite, sees the light, becomes milquetoast.
Yeah, I mean the last great Han Solo line for me
Yeah.
is probably in Jedi.
Yeah.
The I was born here
Yeah.
or whatever.
You're gonna die here.
Yeah, you're gonna
Pretty
die.
convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great line.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean that's the last bit of like the dark wit.
All
you
right,
get
so
from
let's just say
Han.
the turning point of Han Solo is literally the moment that they end up back at the Rebel fleet,
Yeah.
going over the plans for the attack on the new Death Star.
From
I
that
mean,
moment on.
that point, he becomes a general, and it's all over for him. Right?
Yeah,
General
it's
Solo.
I'm still interested in this idea that we're slowly merging Star Wars and Star Trek in some way.
Sure.
And like this follows exactly with the Captain Kirk thing. You know, he's a rogue. He's kind of plays by his own rules. He's he's a fly by the seat of his pants kind of guy.
Right.
And then when he becomes an admiral, that's when he starts to, he feels weighed down by it. That's the whole plot of Wrath of Khan.
Sure. So, question number one.
Right.
What Han Solo are we going to get in The Force Awakens? Milquetoast, hero, or the non-believer rogue? Because remember, this guy did not believe in the Force.
Right. Very
So
true.
now he's had 30 years of, essentially, as we believe, married a person with Force powers, whose brother is quite possibly the most powerful Jedi ever.
Right.
Right? Arguably. Right?
Sure. Well, it's the most
Right.
powerful living Jedi. Let's put it that way.
So is he not a non-believer of the Force anymore? Like,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, have they been just like, doing their Force stuff in the room, and then Han walks in and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
Nothing.
Force
What were you
stuff.
guys doing? Force stuff? Yeah, I don't believe that. Like, also, it was brought to my attention, Chewbacca is probably a believer of the Force,
Of course.
right?
Yeah,
Because he fought with the Jedi in the Clone Wars,
hung out with Yoda.
right? He's seen Force happenings,
Oh, yeah.
right? So, like, is he just like, Han?
That's
Is
actually
he always just like in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon, just trying to convert Han?
that's kind of a bigger question too, because it's like he said he wanted to go to Dagobah to meet someone like Yoda. It's like did Chewbacca look at him and be like, "Oh yeah, Yoda's a great Jedi.
Yeah.
I mean, he's amazing.
Right.
Like he single-handedly helped my people.
Right.
Like, him and the clones. Oof.
Well, that brings up the bigger question: does Han actually understand what Chewbacca's saying?
Yeah, that's my thing. It's like I'm not exactly sure because it's also Han doesn't actually seem that mechanically inclined, right? And
Right.
so like the only times that you can get really evidence that he's talking to Chewbacca is when he says something like, but the hydro spanner or whatever.
Yeah, right.
I said this, not that.
Yeah,
I like to think that's all just bluster.
sure.
He has no idea.
He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and
well,
like Chewbacca's just kind of like, yeah, okay.
well, maybe that's what we get in the new movie. It's just like Mr. Magoo Han Solo. He just was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, like, the problem with Han Solo as a character to me is that, like, it's hard for me to imagine that character existing past the age of, like, 36.
Sure.
It just seems like he would get killed.
Sure.
Because, like, he seems like one of those, live hard and die young. He can't possibly... It's weird to imagine a 60-year-old Han.
I'd say this.
Yeah.
I would say if Leia and Han got married and we pick up the story where they're already divorced,
Yep.
that would lend to giving Han an edge again.
Agreed.
He's now bitter Han.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I'm going to say this. Like, my prediction is they're divorced.
Okay.
Right? And
Yeah.
they're, now bickering and hate each other, and Han is out, hanging out at
Philandering.
bars. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's like 2006 Howard Stern.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe he's a drunk.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or both. I mean, those
Yeah.
go hand in hand. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
Okay.
like, I'm making the prediction that we have bitter, drunk Han Solo.
I mean, no, here's a question for you.
Yes.
Bitter/drunk. Is that something that Harrison Ford can really play?
Well, as we've talked about in the last episode, Harrison Ford is not a good actor.
Oh, Ron.
Ouch. Ouch. Well, okay, wait a minute.
He's got a lot of charisma.
I'm being hard on Harrison. What was the last Harrison Ford movie that was better than good?
What do you mean better than good? Like 42 or whatever? Is that a movie?
No, he had a bit part in that.
Okay.
He wasn't.
You're
That
not
wasn't
gonna give him that?
That was not a Harrison Ford vehicle.
You won't give him that. Okay.
No, I'm not going to give him 42.
Ender's Game. That was great.
That was.
I didn't see
not
it. I
good.
didn't see
I
it.
saw it. It's not good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. Why
Nobody
are you
knows.
putting Harrison on trial
All
like
right,
this?
let's move away from Harrison. then, okay.
Well-
More questions that need to be answered in Force Awakens.
Okay, so wait. We agree. We think he's going to be divorced and bitter.
Bitter, yeah. I want to see
Because
a
the other
bitter
option
Han
is
Solo.
he's like the head of some fleet.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
yeah.
that's not Han
Who
Solo.
wants to watch that? Yeah.
I saw that. That was Ender's Game.
Yeah, or the beginning of Wrath of Khan.
Right.
When Kirk becomes Admiral.
Yeah. I
No,
don't
he
need to
doesn't
see
belong
that.
behind a desk.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Right on.
All right.
Excellent.
Force Ghosts.
Oh,
Force Ghosts.
yes.
We saw that Luke can see Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Yoda.
Now, Ron, do you agree with the original, or do you agree with the special edition that it is Hayden Christensen, young Force Ghost, or is it old man Force Ghost? I think it's got to be young man.
I would say, as much as our audience probably is not going to like this, I would say young man as well.
No project on our audience. You don't know that.
All right.
Because, I mean, it frankly just makes...
What seems to be popular opinion out there is young Anakin Skywalker Ghost is not what people want.
But old one makes no sense.
Makes no sense because
it
he wasn't
never
old.
existed.
It never existed.
He
right.
never wore robes like that because he didn't have legs.
He was. This was the last time he was on the light side.
Yes,
He was young,
exactly.
right?
Right.
He's not a.
In fact,
Sith
I would
Ghost.
put it forward that it should have been Jake Lloyd in that Force Ghost.
Wow.
That's when he was probably last good.
Sure.
Yeah.
In fact, well, no. I guess I was going to say maybe it should be Ewan too, but no.
Yeah.
Alec Guinness was good too.
Yeah. Well, I think Alec Guinness was actually better than Ewan.
Right.
Like I think what we saw in like the Clone Wars was that Obi was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
And then he was brought down and humbled by having to chop off the legs of his friend.
Right. So, okay. Out of all of those characters,
Yes.
we have Hayden Christensen, which there's been no rumors that he's tied to the new movies.
Yeah, like not even
Right.
like fake rumors.
Just give him a ghost. Make him a ghost. Throw him in there.
I'd watch a movie of that.
Throw the man a ghost bone.
Yeah, Ghost
Right?
Bone.
Ghost bone. Well, Frank Oz can still play Yoda, right? But there's been no rumors that Yoda's in this.
I have no concept of how old Frank Oz is.
Frank Oz is like 900 years old.
It feels like it. He must be, right?
Right. I mean, we could do an Ewan McGregor made old to look like Alec Guinness, I guess.
Okay, sure.
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But there's been no rumors that, or Ewan has publicly said he's not involved in any of these, right?
Right.
So is there an expiration date on how long you can see a Force ghost?
Oh, you're saying because there's no actors who are going to do this.
Yeah, like Luke is seeing Force ghosts. Do they be like, at the end of Jedi when he sees all three of them? They're like, okay, peace out, we're done.
You know,
No more
actually,
of this.
it's funny you mentioned this because I was just recently watching those Mortis, the Mortis Planet episodes from
Yes.
the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Mortis trilogy.
Yes,
And that's the one where Liam Neeson actually comes back on, does a guest voice
that's
as
right.
Qui-Gon,
That's right.
as a Force ghost, talking to Obi-Wan.
Yes.
And Obi-Wan says to him, Qui-Gon, how are you here? And he says to him, because you're here. And I got this idea that, like, well, maybe, Ron, Force ghosts are kind of lingering midichlorian that, like, follow Force Adept, right? So, okay, tomorrow I'm stripped down in a
Okay.
lightsaber battle.
Yes.
A year from now, I appear to you as a Force ghost because you being in such close proximity to my midichlorians, it's kind of a faint impression,
Okay.
right?
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, so like my wife could have a different Force ghost of me. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh,
like
I
it's like a
see.
person-based Force
I see.
ghost.
Sure.
You know?
So it's not really a ghost; it's more of
Right.
like a impression.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that's true or not true, but I'm saying that is my belief currently.
Well, okay. I would say this: they need to explain some of this.
The only downside to that theory is that Yoda also communicates with Obi-Wan Force Ghost.
Yeah, they need to explain some of this, right? Like the Force Ghost thing's kind of a plot hole,
Kind of a big deal.
kind of a big deal, kind of not really ever explained at all.
It's kind of cool, though. I liked how they shoehorned it. I didn't notice this for the longest time, but at the end they shoehorn in that whole, like...
Oh, that conversation
Yeah.
at the end of Sith?
Yeah.
Yeah, they totally shoehorned
Let me
that
show
in.
you how to
Oh,
make a
yeah,
Force
right. We
Ghost.
need to, like, explain this a little bit.
Yeah, so
Because
that's-
we just witnessed, like, 500 Jedi die, and they're not becoming ghosts.
Yeah,
Right?
straight up.
Order 66, like, it's not like... Yeah. That needs to be explained a little bit.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the future,
If not explained...
this needs to be explained.
It doesn't need to be necessarily explained. Like, I don't need someone to come out with a pencil and paper and be like, this is how it works, you know? You're on one side of the galaxy, now you're on the other. No, it's more... I need just it referenced.
Sure.
Like, what would be nice is to see them just use it and have different rules applied to the ghost somehow.
Right.
You know, something to just elaborate on it a
Sure.
little bit.
Right.
That's
right,
all I'm asking.
Right.
Which I think JJ could do.
Right. All right. So we ended Jedi with Leia knowing that she's brother to a Jedi,
Yeah.
which her father was a Jedi,
Right?
right? Which leads the audience to believe that she probably has some Jedi powers as well.
So it's... The Leia thing is... It's just so weird. Is when did Leia figure out that... So how long did it take her to know she's, like, Padme's daughter also?
Well, these are okay. So these are other questions that are coming up.
Okay. Sorry. Let's stick with the Jedi.
Let's just stick with Jedi.
Okay.
Jedi Leia. Is
So
this a
are
thing?
we going to see Leia use Force powers?
Right. Is this a thing?
No. I think she will have limited Force capabilities. She might use it in a pinch.
Because
As-
Padme is her mother, and Padme had no Force abilities.
No, I think it's more just like, yeah, I tried it a little bit. I can get faint impressions of stuff, but
Right.
like, too
Some-
old.
she
Too
tries to-
old to start the training.
She tries to lift something and it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, I think. Well, and also I don't.
She kills Han accidentally.
What we learned from the Dark Empire, or what I learned at least, was when you start giving her force powers, you make her less of a character.
True.
Because she becomes...
Because she's just following in Luke's path.
Exactly. And the thing is, she is a brash woman. She always goes her own way. I think it would take away from the character to give her force abilities.
Right.
So
True. Another thing, this is a good point. Another reason to go back and read some of this Legends, what used to be the EU, is because it really gives you kind of some insight as far as, okay, this was explored moving forward in the EU. Mm-hmm. Are they going to try to explore this in a different way in what is now official canon?
Oh,
and
yeah.
If so, like some of the stuff worked, some of it didn't. Some of it is, crazy.
Well, some of it seems like a great idea on paper, and then when you read a full story of it, you're like, oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like that, like it makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, Leia and Luke are like brother and sister force powers. And then when you see it played out, it's like, oh, I kind of lost something I liked about Leia.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
All right. Here's a big one.
Okay.
Ewoks.
Ewoks. Yes.
This is, again, reading
Dark Empire.
and seeing that the Ewoks were kind of tag-alongs for, Leia
it
or
wasn't
whatever,
just
the rebels.
it wasn't just Han and Chewie and Leia and Luke and the droids. It was Han, Chewie, Leia, Luke, and
Ewoks.
the droids, and a couple Ewoks.
Right.
Because that makes sense.
It did make sense. And the fact of the matter is, they're canon.
Yeah.
They're like hardcore canon. Like they're movie canon.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And when we last left them, they were partying with the rebels. Mm-hmm. They had made our main heroes members of a tribe. They considered 3PO a god. Are we just going to be like, see ya, your god is gone, never coming back again?
Yeah.
That's kind of cruel to the Ewoks.
Also, the Ewoks were pretty pivotal in that battle.
Right.
I mean, like it or not, like they without the Ewoks,
right.
Gonna win.
So are we going to have like Ewoks like in like being a part of the new alliance, like sitting next to?
Me,
well, this is questions that I'm asking in the new movie.
Okay.
Are we going to see like a meeting room with Admiral Akbar and an Ewok and a prune face and a
I think we'll definitely see an Ewok.
I hope we see an Ewok.
Because, I mean, just because of JJ and Star Trek.
Yes.
That little creature that follows around Simon Pegg.
Oh yeah.
It seems like he likes the prosthetics. He likes the little people.
Sure.
I think an Ewok.
Oh, we know that Warwick Davis is in.
Right. So, it's actually an Ewok with a robotic arm. They've been getting the rumors wrong.
Oh, yeah, right.
But so, the other thing with the whole Ewok thing is that, like, in Dark Empire, it was cool because it was a snapshot of some place where we didn't have the prequels, and they were trying to imagine what went forward. And, like, because of that, Jedi was so much more influential. It was so much on the front of mind. And now I feel like it's really receded. Like, as far as, like, in public's, like, perception. Because it's like, it's the Ewok one. At this point, I think it's on par with Attack of the Clones in terms of, like...
Yes.
I think people generally would rank the bottom of the barrel being Attack of the Clones being at the very bottom, and right above it is Return of the Jedi.
That's how I rank it.
Really?
Yeah. That's how I rank it. I don't have a great love for Jedi anymore.
I enjoy Jedi, but there is
I don't hate Jedi at all.
Right. Well, you don't hate any of them.
I don't hate any of them. But, like, Jedi to me is just, like... It's the wrap-up.
Yeah.
It does its job.
I mean, I think there's some great moments in Jedi. I also really appreciate all the color palettes. I really like the green and black. And
I agree.
So,
sure.
Anyhow, that was a side. So, Ewoks. Yes, I think they will appear.
I hope so.
But I think it's going to probably just be a jokey cameo thing.
Well...
I don't necessarily think we'll have an Ewok main character.
Well, speaking of jokey cameos.
All
right. The Gungans in Naboo.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Not very well liked amongst the fans. The Gungans in particular.
Right.
But, like, how much does Luke and Leia know that this is where their mother's from.
Well, that teaser showed a planet with some mountains and some water.
Yeah,
that very well could have been. Those X-Wings could have been on Naboo.
Leia doesn't have a planet to live on. Her planet was destroyed.
Right.
Right. What she knew is her home was destroyed. So you would think she would go to the archives and be like, "Oh, my mother was from this planet. Seems kind of nice." You know, you have these weird kind of lizard-like aliens living in the water. But other than that,
is Mon Mothma still alive in Jedi?
I don't know. Last I saw Mon Mothma, she was the disembodied floating head in Dark Empire. But which scarred me for life.
In the actual trilogy, the OT,
I don't know.
Do we know if she's still alive by Return of the Jedi? Because I mean, it's weird because we now know
past Return of the Jedi.
What's that?
Mon Mothma past Return of the Jedi.
In Return of the Jedi.
Well, she was in Return. Okay,
I'm always thinking she was in the first one. Okay, anyhow. Well, then, in that case, we know Mon Mothma was in the Clone Wars. That's canon.
Yes. Right?
So, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The Clone Wars.
She shows up in the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She knew Padme.
Right.
So, now... there's this whole cover-up, right? Everyone thinks that Bail Organa, had a daughter and named her Leia.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, it's a little vague how that all went down exactly, but whatever. I mean, then again, it's the same with George Lucas's kids. It's kind of vague how that all went down. So anyhow, Mon Mothma doesn't know that that's Padme's daughter, right? Mm-hmm. But Padme, Leia finds out in Return of the Jedi she is Padme's daughter. She has memories of her.
She has memories of
mother
her
being kind of sad,
dying.
Yeah,
sad.
All
dying.
She remembers her being kind of sad. Beautiful,
as
sad.
she was dying of a broken heart.
Yeah, well, that's pretty
sad.
That's sad. So do you think she immediately ran to Mon Mothma and was like, "Yeah, I'm Padme's daughter," and Mon Mothma was like,
"I don't know,
let me tell you all about Padme and Anakin." Oh my God, Anakin's Darth Vader?
Right, right.
Yeah,
Anakin died, and then Darth Vader just came about.
Mon Mothma probably didn't know they had a relationship because the relationship was also secret.
Right.
A lot of secrets.
A lot of secrets.
A lot of
plot holes.
A lot of ends. A lot of outs. A lot of instant parties.
That's right.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean,
she has to find out.
They have to find out. They have to know something. They can't just ignore. Here's the thing: is the things we're bringing up, these are things that I think fandom would just rather ignore, that the prequels happen, that the Ewoks happen, that the Gungans happen. Just ignore it. But these are there's going back to what we were talking about earlier. These are stories. You can that's an interesting story of Luke and Leia finding out about their mother's past.
Sure,
could be. That's an interesting story.
Yeah,
they could play up on that.
It's it's just weird too. It's we always kind of imagine in this new movie that Leia's going to be, the queen or the leader,
chancellor,
some kind of leader, and it's
president.
Why?
Yeah, right.
She had some regality in the first film because she was the Princess of Alderaan.
Sure,
but
I like to think that the divorce was really bitter, and Han is just angry and bitter, and Leia, true to Carrie Fisher's form, is a drunk.
Oh. I do like the thing that she's smoking a cigar, though.
Sure.
Because you've seen those pictures of her smoking cigars.
Well, I read this. I don't think you read it, but I read this on MakingStarWars.net. They described a behind-the-scenes photo of Carrie Fisher sitting on Chewbacca's lap. They describe her outfit very much like the rebel soldiers at the beginning of Star Wars.
Oh, they described this in the new movie.
Yes.
I thought this was just general. I was I think you're reading some weird slash.
No. This is they're basically it's kind of a for fun. Take some behind the scenes candid photos, right? But what you're getting really is the description of the characters and their outfits.
Okay.
Right. So, Leia is sitting on Chewbacca's lap. She's dressed kind of like how
Peter Mayhew's lap?
Well, we don't know that.
Okay.
We don't know that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's many more lies and deceit as far as who's in the costume. But we see that Chewbacca has a little bit more gray hair than we've actually may have even seen in some leaked photos.
I was expecting this.
Right?
Okay.
Like, we haven't actually, what they're saying is we haven't actually seen the hero costume. We've only seen the stunt costumes for Chewbacca.
Okay. I haven't even seen those.
Yeah, Bob Iger was...
Oh, are you talking about the little sketches?
No, Bob Iger did a selfie with Chewbacca early on.
Oh, that didn't look like anything.
Right.
I thought it looked like one of their, like, Star Wars...
the thank you to the thank you video that they did for the people donating to that charity.
Yeah.
They did. Like, Chewbacca was in there, but they're saying that that's the stunt.
Neither of those look like movie quality Chewbacca.
Right. What they're saying is we haven't seen the actual hero costume.
Yeah. Like, there's a big gap between movie quality Chewbacca and, like, Star Wars experience.
Right.
You know,
right. They're saying
Disneyland Chewbacca.
They're saying, and I will go back to this later, is the Force Awakens movie Chewbacca is going to be very, very similar in style to the A New Hope Chewbacca. More slick back hair, more mustachy.
I'm a fan of Jedi Chewbacca, actually.
And a lot of people aren't.
Really?
Yeah, a lot
He's
of
got
people
like
don't like
more
the
must hair.
Yeah, people don't like the must hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, teach their own.
Anyway, we also get Han is Harrison Ford is kind of in the back, kind of, smirking or making a weird face that Leia is sitting on Chewbacca's lap, and it's all, for shits and giggles.
It's like, I have my ex sit on my Wookiee friend's lap for shits and giggles.
This is
I'm a weird man.
I'm a weird old man. Right. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but like,
sorry, I kept painting that mental picture in your head. You just
we're just getting like weird tidbits here and there of the rumors.
Yeah, that's a particularly weird.
That is a weird one. That was a weird one. Yeah. So getting back to what Luke and Leia know, like how much do the new characters or the original trilogy characters know about what happened in the prequels?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to start bridging that gap, right? Theoretically, that's part of the mandate of the new movies, right?
Yeah, right. Like, does Luke know that there was a character named Mace Windu and that he died in Palpatine's office? And like, do we know these?
Is Mace Windu like remembered?
I guess my big question is, how much do we know more than the characters?
Right.
Right. Because like you would think
it's hard to get context for the universe.
30 years have passed. You would think they'd been like, oh, well, now we know that happened.
Right. And Leia was so up, into the getting General Kenobi to help. Right. Right.
Right.
But I mean, like, he was hardly the most famous Jedi, right?
Yeah. No. I mean, right. I don't know. More questions that need to be answered.
Indeed.
Right. Okay. So 2 big ones: Darth Vader, Boba Fett. Most popular characters, I would arguably, of the entire saga. Fan favorites.
Yeah.
By any means.
They're trademarkable designs. Yeah.
Right. They're trademarkable. They are the logo of the movies. You know, right? Like Vader's helmet, Boba Fett's helmet. Like they're synonymous with Star Wars.
Totally.
Right. If they're not in the new movies, how are the new movies Star Wars movies?
Right. So the idea here is that they have to be in them.
They have to be in them. They're going to be in them, right?
Like that's like saying you're going to make an X movie and not have Wolverine.
We've seen leaked photo or sketches of a Vader type figure standing before like a burning village.
Well, you think that cyborg thing we've seen isn't going to cut the mustard for Vader?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so. We're going to get full on Vader, right?
That's the thing. It's like to make a new Star Wars movie and not. But then again, we saw 3 new Star Wars movies that only had Vader for less than 30 seconds.
Sure, and people were just like,
were pretty upset.
Yeah, people were upset.
Yeah,
right. And this is a $4 billion property they're trying to kick off.
Of course, we saw 5 seasons of a cartoon. Well, 4 seasons and then Netflix.
Yeah.
That didn't have either. No Boba, no Vader.
But we did get a Rebels episode where they inserted him in there.
Yeah, right away.
Right?
Yeah, they tried to release it without him, and they quick tacked one
on. What we're learning from Rebels is they're trying to insert original trilogy characters wherever they can.
Oh, right? Yeah, sometimes shoehorn.
Lando, we've had Yoda, we've had...
Bail Organa.
He's not original trilogy.
Isn't
right?
he?
No. We've had Vader. We've had...
Yeah.
The
Tarkin.
new episode is going to have Tarkin.
Yeah.
Right? Who else have we had? We haven't had the Emperor.
No Emperor.
No
yet.
Emperor. He's like on vacation somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
But we've had...
Doing dark stuff.
Like, they're hinting that we're going to get more of that. You know, we're going to get more Lando. We're going to get Tarkin. We're going to get, you know...
Well, the big thing that they've actually been hinting at since like season 3 of Clone Wars is that we're gonna get a Han Solo someday.
Right, right, and he's alive during this time.
Yeah, I mean,
Lando's
out there.
alive, then Han's alive.
Yeah,
you know. So, yeah,
did Lando have a cape in the Rebels episode?
He did not.
Good.
No.
Okay.
But in some of these stories I read where he shows up in the Boba Fett omnibus, he does, and I felt good about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess that's all the questions that I think need to be answered. I'm sure there's more, but that's all I could come up with.
Yeah, I mean, my big things is I need to see Ewoks, I need to see Jar Jar, or a Gungan at least.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, those are two things I need.
Right.
Just because otherwise I think this movie's pussing out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. So here's a random thought I had that I don't think anyone's really touched upon. It occurred to me.
Yeah.
Kind of a model that maybe the new Star Wars movies should be following.
Mm-hmm.
The Battlestar Galactica model.
Okay.
Right.
Go dark? Is that what you're saying?
Well, Battlestar Galactica was from the 70s and 80s.
Yes.
Right? Kind of campy, kind of basically a ripoff of Star Wars.
Straight up.
Right? Comes back in the 2000s.
Ralph McQuarrie did designs for that too, you know.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Comes back in the 2000s. Right? Comes back with a vengeance. Reboot. Right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Right?
Big
Not
reboot.
rehash, whatever.
Yeah, no, a total reboot. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, they gender bend a character. They, yeah.
Yeah. And now, that was a big success. I mean, that was huge.
Uh-huh.
Right? And that was very successful. Everybody was, totally into that. Portlandia made a joke about it.
Oh, yeah.
They had a whole sketch about...
Practically an episode.
Yeah. So, I would say, Star Wars maybe needs to be looking at that model.
I think we're definitely going to see that model for space fights.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
It definitely I mean,
technology is going to be better.
Well, JJ already kind of ripped him off with Star Trek.
Sure.
That cinematographic way of, doing a crash zoom in on a ship.
Right,
and
right,
then
right.
letting a ship be upside down.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as far as storytelling goes, I mean, legitimately, Battlestar Galactica was a success when nobody thought it was going to be a success.
Oh, God, massive success, yeah.
Right? And that's kind of position that Star Wars is in right now. We all want Star Wars to be a success. But I think in the back of our minds, we all are like, I don't know how this is going to work.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
All the bad guys are dead. All the iconic characters are dead.
Yeah, all the big storylines we're following are done.
Yeah, the arcs have
Yeah.
come to their logical conclusion.
Here's the main issue I would have is kind of fundamental in terms of like you said, all the arcs are concluded, and the only way that you can continue on is by stealing the power from those conclusions. By saying they're not concluded.
And I think this might be more of the direction they're going in, is starting fresh with new characters.
Okay.
Right? But those new characters are not going to be, it's lightning in a bottle. They can't, as much as they have, John Boyega and Adam Driver and that, Adam Driver is not going to be comparable to a Darth Vader, iconically.
Well, okay, there's a bigger conversation there about, the public's focus and our attention span, etc. But what I'm saying is, just in terms of the storyline we're following.
Yes.
This storyline was so big, and it literally was the entire galaxy. At the end, we in the special edition of this, we see Naboo, we see Coruscant, we see everywhere.
Sure.
Everywhere is all celebrating because the Empire is finally done.
Right.
The only way to continue on this galactic storytelling is to say that wasn't the end.
Right. No,
that celebration was premature.
I think we're talking about two different things. I'm not really talking about story.
Okay.
Okay, I'm talking about impact on the cultural zeitgeist.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, you never know about that stuff, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Like,
Well, right, you never know, but it's really something that's hard to just create and be like, okay, this is going to be very impactful on everyone.
yeah,
You know, you can't manufacture that,
no,
right? And they all and technically they don't need to manufacture that. They already have that. They already have Darth Vader. They already have Boba Fett. They have Yoda, Jabba the Hutt, whatever. Like they already have that in their arsenal.
right.
Right. The
Yeah.
only problem is those characters are dead.
Ah,
Right.
okay. Well, that's back to the story thing. Yeah. So once again, to make any new story, you have to suck away from the power of them being dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That is my only worry about the new movie is that in order to do anything new with this world,
Has to destroy the old.
yeah, it
Right.
has to, and this was a problem with, the prequels too. People were afraid of this because it was like, well, the ships look newer and shinier, so in the OT it's going to look like they're old and crappy.
Right.
And it's like, but that kind of worked story-wise for me.
Yeah.
But
that
going
worked.
forward, it's like more affecting things on like a story level,
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's like if Darth Vader comes back, then suddenly his death isn't as important. If if the Empire didn't really fall at the end of Jedi, then it's like then it went on to 10 years of civil war. It's like, oh well, it just suddenly makes that less impactful.
Well, okay. So I ask you this: these
Yes.
movies now, like this, we're 2015, right?
Yeah.
The last original trilogy movie came out in '83,
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
That's over.
that's 31 years
31
ago.
32 years ago,
Oh well,
right?
could be.
30 over 30 years ago.
Fair enough.
Right. You and I love those movies.
Yes.
A lot of Star Wars fans love those movies. A lot of old Star Wars fans love those movies. Who are these new movies going to be for? Are they for the first generation? Are they for the second generation? Are they for the third and fourth generation? Like, are they really just being like, you know what, everything that happened in the past, that's fine and all good, and I'm glad everyone can hang on to that as being very impactful, but we're going to rewrite that because the money is where the younger audience is.
Well, isn't there kind of a chart for that where it's like the what is it, like 16 to 25-year-old demographic?
Yeah.
We want his all four quadrants of like the boys and the girls and the
Right.
yeah.
And I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't even think the 20-something knows what a Return of the Jedi is.
Oh, I don't know about that, Ron. I think that's pretty.
Early 20-somethings, teens.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's
I mean,
hard for me
you
to
have-
judge. I don't
you
talk to a
have-
lot of teens, but
You have the parents trying to get them into the movies, right? But
it would be.
we've discussed this before.
Yeah.
Kids have they have the Harry Potters, they have the Lord of the Rings, they have Divergence, they have
Divergent.
right?
Talk about
they
something that's
have
being
everything.
foisted on people,
right?
yeah.
Hunger Games, like they have so much to just be like, Dad, I don't need your old movies; are just boring.
Sure,
Right?
yeah. But I don't know, man. It does seem like it's still working. People are. Well, then again, you're right. It is kind of disappearing from toy shelves.
Right.
So
Right.
I guess it's a question of is Transformers filling the gap? What's filling the gap for the kids?
Avengers. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Avengers. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I guess more questions that'll be answered in the next several months.
Sure. So you have any predictions about what's going to happen, Ron?
Yeah, let's. We started this episode kind of talking about drawing a line in the sand and being like, hey, this is what we think is going to happen in the new movies, and
Right.
kind of having this be a marker
Yes.
for something we can look back upon and be like, wow, we were completely wrong, or wow, we were so right.
Or like, wow, they stole all of our ideas.
Right. I think gotta get my lawyer on the phone.
Yeah, and
Right.
post JJ makes it work for all this stuff?
Sure. So I took some time. I jotted down my predictions. I have about a dozen here predictions for The Force Awakens. And I am drawing this line in the sand. Whether you want to agree with these or not,
Okay.
that's fine.
I'll kind of weigh in as you go through the list.
All right. So, number one, I don't think that The Force Awakens is going to be anything new. That it's really going to be a retelling of the original movie.
Okay.
That's going to follow story beats, and it's going to have the same tropes as the first movie, same character, maybe genders, again, a la Battlestar Galactica. We may have the wizened character be a woman. We might have, the young innocent farm boy be a farm girl.
Sure. So, okay, Ron, I'm going to challenge you on this right away.
Okay.
Tell me this.
Yes.
What is analogous to the X-Wings flying over the water in the scene? Trench run?
Trench run, totally. Trench
You
run.
think that, okay, so you think
Trench run.
that
River
that
run, trench run, yes.
the river run is going to be the trench run?
Absolutely.
Okay, all
Absolutely.
right. Fair enough. Well, okay, that's the big scene, the big shot for me. And what other, I'm trying to think what other shots we've seen in the teaser.
The speeder,
Well, we've
her
seen,
jumping on the speeder,
and that could be a lot of things. Could be
land
pod-
speeder, sure,
pod
pod race, sure.
Fair enough. What about the in the snow and in the snow?
lightsaber?
Yeah,
That's
snowy wooded area.
that's
Crazy
Dagobah.
lightsaber.
That's Dagobah.
Dagobah.
Yeah.
Dark Dagobah, perhaps.
Sure, Dark Dagobah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Um.
But you said all in A New Hope.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, but still, I think that I think any of those scenes could probably be inserted.
It's going to be like a greatest hits.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to get a greatest hits movie.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
Damn, I did have a thought about this. It lost me. I lost it. Oh
Okay.
well. All right. Another big one.
Yep.
My prediction
Got it.
for The Force Awakens: Han Solo dead. He will die.
He will die. I've been
die.
hearing a lot of people say this.
I think he'll die.
I actually am once again going to take the opposite opinion.
Okay.
Not because I think story-wise he should stay alive, but because I think that Harrison Ford has actually gotten to a place where he no longer wants to retire these characters. Maybe that's a sentimental thing, but I think it mostly is the amount of money he made on the fourth Indiana Jones was so ludicrous that I think he is into it.
Sure.
He is in for the cast machine.
Sure.
So he's going to try to stay alive.
I still think again.
I think he should die,
Can
story-wise.
yes.
Not Harrison Ford, but Han Solo.
Meh.
Oh,
Go either way.
Hey.
Oh,
Nobody wishes that.
That's mean. No, I don't wish that. I want to get an Indiana Jones 6.
Kind of do.
Yeah,
At this
why
point,
not?
it's like,
Sure,
why
why
not?
I'll say this: Han Solo dies because Obi-Wan Kenobi died. Han Solo is the Obi-Wan Kenobi in this movie.
Oh, okay. But he's not teaching them the Force. He's teaching them how it used to be.
Yes,
how it
he's
used to
guiding
be,
them on their adventure.
Okay.
Okay.
Adventure
So,
guy.
Yes, he's a venture guy.
He's a Race
Yes.
Bannon,
Yes,
perhaps.
that's
Yes.
right.
Okay, I like that.
And I think he has to die for the icons to move forward.
You know what's weird to me? It's that we get all these rumors, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all these rumors kind of adhere to this, adheres to what we know from the EU. Why aren't there any rumors like, actually, these young kids are being chased by Han Solo?
Han Solo's out to kill him.
Yeah, like Han Solo's part of the establishment. And he's trying to, kill these young rebels, not because he's, a bad guy, but because he's trying to do what, he's become part of the new empire without realizing it. Because his wife runs it.
Well,
Is that why are we hearing any rumors like that, Ron?
lack of imagination.
Oh. It's just, but it is kind of weird, right?
It is weird.
Because
It
some
is
of these
weird.
rumors have to be bullshit.
Well, that's
But
the
I don't
thing
hear
is,
any crazy ones like
we've
that.
talked about this before. Like all the rumors that we're hearing are basically rumors built upon the other rumors.
Yeah.
You know, and they're trying to tell a story.
Yeah,
Instead of just being
yes.
like, well, what if it's about this? Or
All
what if
the
it's about
rumors
this?
are trying to tell a story.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're not. Like,
No.
there's no, like, clear story. It's just like, and then this happens.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
It sounds horrible.
And then this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, okay. Yeah. So, 'cause right there, I think is the best discrediting we can do of the rumors. Because,
Right. But I'm still saying he dies. That's my prediction.
sure. I mean, yeah. I think he'll probably want to pull a Charlton Heston from Planet of the Apes 2.
Yes.
Where it's like, I'll be in your movie, but just make sure I die.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
he didn't try to make that deal for Jedi.
He did. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
And I don't think that is the reason why he
You think he dies
dies. I
'cause
think he
Obi-Wan
dies
dies.
because Obi-Wan dies. I think that the Millennium Falcon is an iconic thing to Star Wars, and having an old man drive it, fly it, whatever, for all the future movies is. I'm not explaining this well.
No, I'm following you.
The Millennium Falcon is the mantle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's handed down from generation to generation. Just like we were talking about, the Boba Fett armor is a mantle that's handed down. I don't quite believe the Boba Fett armor is, but the Millennium Falcon is.
Oh, no, I mean, I think you're exactly right in terms of Poe Dameron's not going to be fucking badass until I see him in the Millennium Falcon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If he's always riding bitch in the Millennium Falcon, clearly he's not the man.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Chewbacca will be handed down.
Yes.
I don't think he'll die. I don't think they'll do that. They won't be like, oh yeah, we're wiping away the EU just to kill Chewbacca again.
Yeah, you talk about EU as R&D all the time, and like right there, like that's they did their research and development. Turns out people really like Chewbacca.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think again, Han Solo needs to die so that the mantle can be passed down to the next generation, and that mantle that they're passing down is the Millennium Falcon and Chewbacca.
So, do you think
the
Solo?
droids.
So, talking about EU stuff.
Yeah.
Solo kids.
Solo kids.
There's going to be Solo kids, right?
Yes. Well, that's the logical thing.
That's got to be how the mantle gets.
Right. That's how you pass Chewbacca
passed.
down to the next generation.
You got to take care of her.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Right.
And no, look at this though. Look how easy it is, Ron. Now we are falling into trying to construct the story rumors.
Well,
why couldn't Chewbacca be on his own man, Ron? There's going to be special standalones. Why couldn't he team up with Boba?
we get a Chewbacca.
They know each other.
Oh, that'd be great. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Chewbacca and Boba.
And
Fett
Boba?
buddy
Oh,
picture.
hell, that'd be a hell of a
That'd
movie.
be nice. Yeah.
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 That'd be really nice.
That would be
That'd be a good, nice little poster, too. Them back to back.
Boba Fett's got like the Wookiee hair on his arm.
Yeah.
Chewbacca's like kind of looking at him like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Racist.
Chewbacca's got a bunch of clone armor heads on his. Yeah. Anyhow. Okay.
Anyway. All right. My prediction, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill are only in it for 5 minutes each. Cameos. Strictly cameos.
I don't know about Carrie Fisher, but I agree 1,000% on Mark Hamill. I think they'll do it specifically mirroring Darth Vader.
Exactly.
It'll
That's
be 5
my
minutes
basis
exactly.
for this. Darth Vader was in Star Wars for a total of 9 minutes.
Right.
So I'm roughly saying 5 minutes.
Right.
If it's 10 minutes each for the two of them, fine. But they are not going to be in this more than a cameo.
But now, do those 10 minutes overlap?
God, I don't know if I want a Mark Hamill and a Carrie Fisher in the same scene.
Well, that's one thing. Is like, it's hard for me to imagine the two of them in the same scene anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's like
without some serious CGI going on. Oh yeah, we're still twins.
You know,
put
it's
like Mark Hamill's chin on Carrie Fisher's.
They do some face swapping.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah.
Like Jimmy Fallon does on
Yeah.
the Tonight Show.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
The mouths.
Well, and because this thing is like, because I can't imagine there's 20 minutes devoted to separate scenes featuring Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
So I mean, that has to overlap.
All right.
20
I
minutes is a
didn't
long
put
time.
this in the notes.
Okay.
Running time.
Oh no, I'm curious about this.
Running
Go ahead.
time for the movie.
Yes,
Right?
Nostra Ron.
2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Not 90.
No.
It's not going to go old school.
No. 2 hours and 10 minutes.
2 hours, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Where's that number come from?
I think 3 hours is too much. I think 2.5 hours is too much. I think
90's not enough.
90's not enough.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're all like, no, you got to give us something.
Yeah.
Right, 90 minutes and be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Right, 2 hours, okay, nice. 2 hours and 10 minutes,
Pushing.
yeah, just
Overstaying.
That's just the 2 hours. I would say no more than 2 hours and 10 minutes.
2 hours and 10 minutes is a warning. 2 hours and a half is a spanking.
Yeah.
2 hours, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Right.
it. Oh, yeah, I think that's probably semi-realistic. I mean, the thing is, isn't it odd that, like, we're always kind of wanting more bang for our buck, right?
Right.
But, like, now we're all, I mean, it seems like we're all bitching about these movies that are 2.5 hours, but we're also bitching about, like, the fact that it's $7 a ticket, or $10, $11 a ticket, whatever. And, like, so this is the one place where an industry is actually trying to give us more bang for our buck.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I sit down in the theater, first time I'm seeing this new movie, right? First half hour is decent.
Yeah.
I just may get up and walk out. Be like, I'm good. This is good up till now. Don't ruin it. I'm done. Bye.
Yeah. And then you quit Star Wars.
I just quit Star Wars. I got what I needed.
We officially switch over to the Sheriff Lobo podcast.
I got 6 hours and 1/3 of a movie.
Nice. Yeah, I think...
6 movies, I mean. 6 movies. 6 and 1/3 movies.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the question, right? I mean, George Lucas, they're not using his outline,
Right.
supposedly.
Well, rumors.
Rumors. Well,
Lies,
George
and
Lucas
like
has said this.
George
And-
Lucas isn't even on the... Like, they don't know. Like, he's off doing... Like,
Oh, you're saying he doesn't even know?
he doesn't know.
Oh, so
Like they're keeping him in the loop.
so you don't think he got, like, his script back with, like, a big red X in it? Like,
No.
thanks, George, we won't be
No.
needing this?
No. They might have done that for Strange Magic, and he's still like, yeah, I'm still making it.
Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, running time makes sense. What else you got?
All right. I think Vader will be in this, but it won't be Anakin. Somebody else will put the Vader outfit on.
Augmented Vader costume?
Nah.
Or a straight-up Vader?
I think it's going to end up being straight up Vader. We might not get full on Vader in this one, but as time moves on, we'll get full on Vader.
Here's 2 things about Vader.
Yeah.
Number 1,
Yeah.
we're going to need to see a threatening Vader move fast. And the way Vader is set up doesn't work.
It's true.
Like, the Vader from the OT trilogy, we can't really actually see in a fight scene the way we saw fight scenes in the prequels.
True.
Right?
True. Yes, true.
So they have to augment it a little bit
Yes.
to make that work. Just
Okay.
to make the jumping happen.
Yes.
2, though, any augmenting you do is going to make him less impressive. Right? No? I mean, you know what, to be fair, as a designer,
I think they'll make it work.
yeah,
I think
as
they'll make
a
it work.
designer, it's easy to
They
say,
made Yoda jump around with a lightsaber.
that worked.
That worked.
God
That
damn,
was-
did that ever
that
work.
was Awesome.
Great film.
Yeah.
Great
Great
film.
film.
Okay.
All right. Boba Fett. Again, I think Boba Fett will definitely be... I think he'll be in The Force Awakens.
Okay, now, and I have a theory about the Boba Fett thing.
Okay.
Now, it goes along with the regular theory. I believe Max von Sydow
Yes.
is Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
And I think he's not in the Boba Fett armor, but he is Boba Fett, much like Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven.
Sure.
He is the old, fucked up gunslinger who used to be Boba Fett.
Sure.
But I think there's also new Boba Fett.
Right. No, I totally think... I think maybe even Daisy Ridley puts on the Boba Fett armor.
I think that would be a bridge too far.
Oh.
I will not follow you there.
Oh, well. That's not an official prediction. I'm just
I
speculating.
really love the idea that Daisy Ridley is all hooked up with this old man, and that's her Obi-Wan,
Right.
and it turns out to be Boba, because Boba just is like trying to, because his arch enemy is Han, right? At this point,
Do we even know that?
I don't.
We don't
know.
even know.
I
that.
don't know.
That was EU
That's
expanded
some
upon.
fanfic stuff that I'm really buying into.
It's just a job for Boba.
I know.
We don't know.
The thing
that.
is, we
Boba
need.
Fett is more against Mace Windu than he is,
Yeah.
Han Solo.
I would give it. Here's the other thing. There has to be. If we're going to talk about closure on like Ewoks and Jar Jar
Yeah.
and everything else,
Yeah.
fuck, we need some Boba closure. If only because the loop was opened in Attack of the Clones. You can't okay, so we see a little boy who's a big prominent part of the story. We see his father get decapitated. He picks up the helmet. We don't see him for 2 movies. He comes back. Now he's like this
Dies in the Sarlacc.
bounty hunter.
Dies in the Sarlacc.
Dies in a burp joke.
Well, Rinsler said that he survived it. That's
Yes,
canon.
that is canon.
That's canon that he survived
George's words.
it. Right.
And also, he's in the Clone Wars too. So we have that whole storyline too of him coming up.
Yeah, but that happened. Like,
Well, yeah, that's before.
That's before.
That's before. I didn't
Right.
mention that.
Right,
before.
right.
Sorry.
Right. So, I don't know.
So
Boba
I'm just
Fett's
saying, like,
gonna be
Boba
in it.
has to be in it.
I'm drawing a line in the sand. Boba Fett is in The Force Awakens.
Is he or is he not Max von Sydow?
Boba Fett is in The Force Awakens.
Yes.
One of them, Boba Fett's are in The Force Awakens. One of them is Max von Sydow.
Twin Engines of
No,
Destruction?
Apprentice.
Oh,
Apprentice.
okay. Yeah.
Apprentice Bobas.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, too, because you also have to start playing for the future, Ron. You have to start building up other things other than just Sith and Jedi all the time.
Right.
And we have this bounty hunter thing that's kind of ill-defined and cool. And a little apprentice action going on. Sure. Right.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. Talked about this before.
Yeah.
Millennium Falcon, Chewbacca, the droids, handed down to new owners so they can continue on in the new movies. Yes.
That
I
line
threw that
is-
in. I threw that in there. I didn't know exactly how to phrase that, but I mean, technically, Chewbacca is beholden to Han Solo. However it moves forward, he has to be beholden to.
So the life debt thing, is that canon?
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, are they not just friends? They're not just buddies?
they're just buddies,
Yeah.
right? That makes it a little nice.
Yeah.
That makes it a little easier to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, I like
right?
to believe it. Like, I like to believe it's just him and his hairy bud, his hairy friend.
Star Wars, the holiday special is not canon, right? Chewbacca doesn't have a family at home that he's neglecting.
No, I like to believe that. I like to believe that's real. He definitely seems like a deadbeat dad to me. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think, again, the Millennium Falcon and the droids need to be handed down. The droids have been handed down from owner to owner to the point where, like, at a certain point in canon, we don't even know who their owner
It's
is.
so funny they're drug smugglers.
Who,
Smuggling
the droids?
spice. No, sorry.
and
I'm
Chewie?
still thinking Han and Chewie.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was just thinking, like, they're like Jay and Silent Bob. They're like it's weird.
Sure. Yeah, they're drug smugglers. They're not
Yeah.
dealers.
Sure. Well,
Right.
I mean, that's a fine distinction to make, Ron. This
They
is
don't
semantics.
sell it. They just
Push, move
they
it.
Just move it. They
Just
just
move
move
it.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just the suppliers.
The droids do what, though, Ron? I'm sorry.
Well, the droids have been handed down from character to character to a point where, like, pick a movie. Who's their owner?
Riddle me this, Ron.
Who's their owner in Phantom Menace?
I'll take it one step further.
Okay, they don't have an owner. They're just buddies. They're just hanging out.
Skywalker triplets?
What?
Well, there's Luke.
There's Luke
There's Leia.
and there's 3PO.
Yeah. What
Oh.
other life form did Skywalker create?
3PO.
That's right. That's right, Ron. Do you think they're going to expand on that at all?
They won't.
Do you think maybe C-3PO will have some Force energy?
Here's the thing with 3PO.
A little leftover midichlorian action?
3PO. I don't know. I honestly,
Ron.
I think 3PO is a problem character
Yeah.
that they can't seem to get right.
rid of.
They can't get right.
You can't
They
can't get rid of. It's like, yeah, it's one of those things. Can't kill him, but can't
Like,
live without him.
he's-
He's so Star Wars. Talk about trademarkable item. That's one.
Yes, he is. But the character, the way they've written the character and they continue to write the character is so
Bad.
off base.
Yeah.
It's totally off base.
And and as much as I love the Clone Wars, they don't get
they
it
didn't
very
get it
right.
right.
Either.
No, they didn't get it right.
You know,
right?
I mean, I enjoyed his episode with Jar Jar,
yes.
but Jar Jar came off well. C-3PO is,
C-3PO does
all
not
they
come
can
off
do
well.
with C-3PO is just make him do that, oh my, ooh,
Right.
another, ooh,
Right.
my. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
He's
he's
a problem
iconic.
character.
He has to move forward, but yeah,
that's
I don't
right.
know how though.
That's the other thing. Is we don't hear anything about what's going to happen with R2 and C-3PO
Right.
in the
Like,
new
we
movies.
got
No
the
rumors
new-
about that.
We got the new roller droid. We don't like that one little ball droid is not going to replace these two iconic characters just because he's new.
I like to believe that he'll replace R2. I'd like to believe that he is R2.
No.
You don't think he's an R2 upgrade?
No. I'm not talking.
Maybe the two of them become what is he? What's his name?
IG-88?
No, the little guy.
B8.
BB?
BB-8.
BB-8?
BB-8.
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 Is that some Scientology stuff?
Maybe.
The what was that thing we read about, Ron? The 8,000?
I can't-
88,000?
I can't speak on
Okay,
this.
going. I can't talk about this here. Okay, fair enough. So moving forward,
JJ, this is
the
again
Millennium
my
Falcon also
predictions.
going to be
The Millennium Falcon has to continue forward.
Yeah,
Right? That's the big
yes.
thing. The prequels were missing.
right. I think it's also going to have to be destroyed and rebuilt. It's got to be destroyed and rebuilt.
No, we can't
Yeah.
destroy it.
No, it's just like the Enterprise in Star Trek. You got to destroy it and you got to rebuild it. That's the only way to go forward, Ron.
I don't know.
You have to break
That's not
it.
my prediction.
Well,
Not my prediction.
it'll get broken and it'll get fixed, and then it'll truly be the new generations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree.
My
It'll be
predictions, continuing forward, my predictions, JJ will have an homage to Jar Jar.
Probably a little cameo thing,
That's right.
like a plaque.
That's right.
A plaque
Not,
in the background.
the fans be damned. I'm throwing it in here. This is my movie. This is my mark.
But I don't think it'll be a fans be damned.
No, but I think he'll put it in there. I think
Yeah.
he will.
I agree.
Just to,
I agree. Now, if I was doing it, I'd be a true fans be damned. There'd be 20 minutes to an hour and a half of just
Jar Jar.
Jar Jar. Like,
Stepping in
oh,
poop.
do you know what Paul Dameron is? Woozy. Like,
Stepping in poop.
Yeah. And he would just be like a 1 hour like rake gag, where they keep like turning around and stepping on a rake. He just keep turning around and stepping in poop.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to go down the list here.
Sure.
These are my predictions, last of them. No Emperor.
Palpatine's story, truly
no
over.
Emperor. Yeah, no Emperor.
I agree. I think Palpatine's story is over.
Yep.
Now, you've heard these
don't
rumors.
need that.
Heard these rumors with the new Sith super being, right?
That's fine. We can have a new Sith super being, but not as the ruler of the galaxy.
Okay.
I don't need a big ruler of the galaxy that's evil.
Right. Well, it doesn't really fit with the current worldview, right?
Right.
I mean, there's no, unless we're looking at America.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
The Emperor is Obama.
Ron just shrugs his shoulders like, I don't even know.
I don't
what
even
that
know what I'm
means.
talking about.
Okay.
Yoda. Nope.
Noda.
Noda Yoda.
Huh.
Noda Yoda.
I wonder.
I don't think there's going to be a Yoda.
Because once again, Ron, if you're going to use the logic of
Iconic
Boba
characters.
and Darth
Iconic
Vader,
characters.
yeah, he was
It's
one.
my bias here. I don't like Yoda. I don't want him in my movie.
My argument would be this:
Yeah.
the faces reissues of the things on videotape. Who are the three faces, Ron?
Stormtrooper, Darth Vader, and Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty damning. I think Yoda's coming back.
My predictions, he's not. But
Eat words, you will. That was the worst.
no
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan and no Qui-Gon.
Huh.
No Force Ghosts. I think
But
honestly,
Qui-Gon is so affordable. Liam Neeson just wants to work all the time, so...
here's the thing.
Yeah.
As much as we talked about earlier in this episode that the Force Ghosts need to be answered.
Yeah.
There need to be answers. For
Like,
the Force
this isn't
Ghosts.
the movie?
They're gonna gloss right over it.
Yeah.
They're gonna gloss right over that. No more Force Ghosts, because I don't think we're gonna see any like dead Jedi. Like Luke's gonna be in it for 5 minutes.
No Plo Koon?
No, like I don't think we're gonna. No Blue Coon. Your heart breaks.
Yeah. It's more like some kind of like foreign waiter. No Plo Koon? Okay.
Blue Coon. I
Didn't save any room.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're going to gloss over the Force Ghost thing.
Here-
I think they're just going to be like, look, we have one honest-to-God Jedi in this, and he's in the movie for 5 minutes. We don't have time for him to be talking to ghosts.
I think
Not that they won't. They're not saying that they don't exist. Just
Yeah.
no time for it in this movie.
I don't know. Here's my thing. It seems like a very J.J. Abrams scene.
The ghosts?
Yeah. I mean, like, let's look back at Star Trek. He never hesitated to have,
How long were those Star Trek movies?
a million days. It took forever. They were so long. Well, the first one wasn't. The second one felt long as hell.
I like the second one.
I know.
Yeah.
I know other people liked it.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
that's your prequels.
What? 2 hours? 2 hours and 10 minutes?
Something like that.
Right.
Yeah. They
Those
moved
were
at a
the
good
right.
clip.
Those,
They moved
they
at a
were
good
the right
clip.
length, right?
Yeah,
They didn't overstate their.
The second one overstayed its welcome. The first one was good.
It's because Cumberbatch was in it.
Yeah, just it started rehashing, man.
Side note.
Talking about rehashing, that last half an hour was such a rehash of. I know you don't know this, but such a rehash of Wrath of Khan that it ruined the rest of the movie. I liked the beginning.
Right.
I liked the first.
Side note.
2/3.
I watched a non-Star Wars movie, non-science fiction movie, non-geek movie.
Okay.
The Cumberbatch movie where he's the.
Double anonymity, double
Yeah.
indelible individual. Dumbledore, Double D, Double Do, Double Down,
No.
Big D swinging, Double Do.
The Imitation Game.
Imitation.
Yes.
Yes, the Imitation Game.
Yeah, where he plays the guy who basically breaks the Nazi code.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it was a doppelganger movie, kind of like that Jesse Eisenberg movie, and there was another one.
No. This is basically he plays the
It's a historical period piece
Alan Turing, who creates the code that breaks, or he creates the machine that breaks the Nazi code.
Okay.
Right.
R2D2.
R2D2. Yes, he breaks
He
R2D2.
creates R2D2.
Creates R2D2 and
R2D2 plugs a little jack into the Nazi code.
And the internet. He created the internet.
Oh, okay.
And slot machines.
Oh,
Who
cool.
knew? Yeah.
Very good.
Sounds
like a great
But
film.
actually, the point I was trying to make,
yes.
Cumberbatch, still don't see the appeal.
Yeah.
I don't see, he was fine in this movie. He was fine. But I don't see what the fanboy going gaga over him is about.
You know what's weird? I just realized literally this weekend that him and the dude from The Hobbit and The Office and all that, and
Friedman. Martin Freeman.
And I just realized that
They're the same person.
Well, the two of them are in. Yeah, they're actually doppelgangers. No, the two of them are in the Hobbit movies, and they're also Sherlock and Watson.
They're in the Hobbit movies?
Yeah, he's the dragon.
Oh, he's the dragon.
Yeah,
yeah, but he's not really in them. That's like saying Frank Oz is in Star Wars.
My wife said the exact same thing. Yeah. Anyhow, Cumberbatch. I am glad he's not in Star Wars. Good luck, Marvel.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Qui-Gon. You don't. I would love to believe though that Ewan's just playing coy in all these interviews. He's like, no, not involved, not at all. No, what do I know? And then you get this Force Ghost 5-minute scene with him.
5 minutes right at the beginning. First person you see on screen is
he's like, beginnings are a delicate time. Little tune.
I may walk out.
Yeah.
No, Ewan.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
No, Ewan.
I would love it, dude. If this movie was just a rubbing fans' nose in it thing of no, the prequels happened. Starts out and it's just Obi-Wan, just a crop right to his face. Anyhow.
All right, my final prediction.
Yes.
No Tatooine, no Endor, no Hoth, no Coruscant, no Death Star.
So the most recent rumors have called for a Death Star 3.
Yeah.
Which, everyone's been actually shocked at their restraint. This is the first time I've heard a rumor of a third Death Star.
Well, they're talking about this planet that's a weapon.
Weapon planet.
But they're not saying it's a Death Star. They're saying it's more organic.
Oh, I can see that. It seems like a lot of the things we've seen so far is where things zig, we're gonna zag. So it's we made a big we made a big mechanical monstrosity.
Yeah.
Here's
Now
a
it's gonna be
biomechanical.
Sure.
You've got a clunky droid that can't go up steps without using jetpacks. Here's a ball droid.
Right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Lawrence Kasdan's writing this, wrote it, whatever.
Yeah.
With
LCAS.
JJ, right?
Yeah.
He didn't want the Death Star in the third movie in Jedi.
Okay.
Right? He was against.
Wasn't that part? Didn't he walk because of that or something?
No, that was Gary Kurtz.
Yeah, Gary Kurtz.
But I don't think Kasdan wanted that either.
Okay.
Right? So the whole idea of just being we don't have any more new ideas, so let's just have a third Death Star.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
I'd be very
I don't
shocked.
know. I don't know. Maybe a sun killer, sun crusher, or whatever from the EU.
Yeah,
That
sun.
big diamond
The big
shaped-
pencil thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silly looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dumb.
I don't know. Like, do we need... I don't know.
I don't know if we need super weapons.
Yeah, do we need super weapons?
Because that's the thing is... And also that doesn't... To me, doesn't reflect our times either.
Right.
Like, the other ones in the 70s, it kind of more reflected, like, we're still closer to the atomic bomb and that whole thing.
Exactly.
Now there's no super weapon that can end a war.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So.
Yeah. I don't see it. I don't know. I just don't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I don't buy that they're going to go back to Hoth. Why?
I don't buy the Hoth thing. It seems like it's an out of the way, barren, desolate planet. Why would anybody?
Yeah, Tatooine.
I think Tatooine will happen.
I don't know.
I mean, what's
Why?
that sandy planet that Boyega's on?
I don't know.
Lothal?
Sandy planet. Lothal. I don't know. Zendor. I don't know.
Man, if he was on Lothal, if there's any reference to that was the third thing. I remember because there was 3 things that I needed in one. It was Ewoks, Jar Jar,
In Lothal.
a reference to Rebels.
Oh, I think we're going to get the reference to Rebels.
You
I don't
think
know
so?
how. I don't have a strong prediction for that.
Do you think it's going to be the level of we got of like the Outrider taking off in the background?
No.
special editions?
I think that they'll reference it stronger than that.
So it won't just be like the ghost goes by.
No, right? No, we'll get a stronger reference than that.
Like
Maybe
we'll
they'll be on Lothal. Maybe they'll be.
I'd
on
like to
Lothal.
see Zeb. I think that'd be cool to see Zeb.
An old Zeb.
Yeah, like fully rendered.
Old Zeb.
Old Zeb. Yeah, I mean, I just want to see one of these goofy characters because I can't tell what the hell they're supposed to look like.
Yeah, right.
To be honest.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, the
Gummy,
animation is
cartoony.
goofy. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Well, any other predictions? Do you have any other thoughts on this?
Well, you know,
To draw in the sand. These all could possibly be wiped away come,
right.
May
I think
when we see the next trailer.
a lot of mine are just reactions to yours. I think there will be Force Ghosts.
Okay.
It feels very JJ. I mean, this is the man who brought back Spock, old Spock. So, I mean, he's very nostalgic, very, likes to have that connection to things.
Sure.
But then again, he's already has the OT characters. Why would you need to bring Force Ghosts when you have them?
Right.
Or, what this, Ron? What if Leia's a Force Ghost?
She's dead?
Yeah, she's
Oh.
dead. That's why you get your alky, sassy Han, because his wife died.
Nice.
Love of his life died. And
But you're
Luke's
sitting-
always talking to her,
But
Force Ghost
I don't
style.
know. Then that means
Maybe a
that
Force Ghost shows up to drunken non-believer Han and tells him he's got to lead these kids.
now you're getting into like Christmas Carol kind of stuff. Like,
Well, yeah, Christmas. I mean, hey, it's power myth, Ron. It's you don't like any of this? You're not buying what I'm selling?
all I'm saying is I don't think that Leia was powerful enough to die and then have enough power to be like, yeah, I can be a ghost. I feel like that's reserved for the most powerful.
Like I
Jedis.
said earlier, Ron, I don't think it's about the Jedi who becomes the Force Ghost. I think it's about the Jedi who sees him.
Oh.
Because we've only seen super powerful Jedi who saw him. So, that's my thought.
All right.
Now,
all
my
right.
other big thing is I do have a few predictions of the new movie, but they're mostly actor-based. Number one, I firmly believe that Oscar Isaacs will do a heel turn. He'll start as a hero and turn out to be a bad guy. And I believe the exact opposite for Adam Driver. He will start out as the heel, and he'll be a red herring and turn out to be the good guy.
Okay. All right. I can buy that.
Other things? I really hope Max von Sydow is Boba Fett. I want to believe.
Okay.
Other things? Yeah, I think that kind of sums me up. I don't think we'll see Vader in this movie.
But you're saying we will see Vader.
We will see Vader, but I don't think we'll see him this movie. If we do, I think it'll be for even less than we saw him in Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
Like even less spoken words. So
Not to distract you, I just wanted to pull this up really quickly.
Okay.
I had a thought of doing some playing cards, kind of tarot card, kind of matching up old characters with new actors.
I like it.
Right. So here's basically from IMDb the list of what I consider to be the significant actors in The Force Awakens.
Okay.
All right, and then these are in blue, and in red I have here what I consider to be the significant characters in A New Hope.
Uh-huh.
And I really had to pull to try to even this out, and I still was not able to. There's many more actors.
Oh my God,
Force
so many
Awakens,
more, yeah.
Right? So...
Like double.
Well, yeah, I mean, I had to pull...
Like you're reaching down to like Dennis Lawson and...
Jack Purvis.
Yeah.
Jack Purvis played the lead Jawa.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Phil
Brown.
Phil Brown is Uncle Owen.
Well, yeah, but that's not exactly like star power.
Shelley Fraser is Aunt Beru.
I don't know how long Phil Brown ate out on that, but I mean, like...
Okay, so basically, yes.
Not as long as
it's like
on
double.
Side Owl.
It's like double.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you want to go through these? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think...
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm game.
All right. So, Dom Hall Gleason.
Dom Hall Gleason, he's kind of like the black horse of this whole thing. It's like, who is he? You know? Like...
Right.
Because I think there's
guy?
a lot of focus on Oscar Isaacs.
Is he a Jedi? Is he a Sith?
Is he a rogue?
Is he a rogue?
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher. Is she playing Princess Leia?
She's actually playing the new leader of the Gungans.
That's right.
Do you think she would do that? Do you think JJ would be
play
cruel
a
enough?
completely different character.
Do you think JJ would be cruel enough to be like, no.
No.
You're going to
just
play
using
this
your voice.
goofy, overweight...
Oh.
Like,
You're a hut.
yeah.
Gwendolyn Christie.
Yes. Supposedly some kind of Inquisitor. If she does as much as Inquisitor on Rebels, she will have a very easy shoot.
I've heard, head Stormtrooper.
Yeah, head Stormtrooper, head Inquisitor, some kind of perhaps I think she might be the inheritor of the Boba Fett legacy, personally.
Okay. She's kind of tall.
Yeah.
Kind of tall.
Kind of tall for a Boba?
Yeah. You're a little tall for
So Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac. The Han Solo character, clearly. Like, he's
going
to be the Han Solo trope, right?
But I think he'll go bad. In fact, he might even kill Han. Han might see a lot of himself in him. And that's why I don't trust him. Pew!
Ouch.
I shot first.
Oh.
Turns out you're the bad guy. No! Okay.
Mr. Bill.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill. Probably playing Luke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think they'll probably tease us a little bit, though, and, like, make us think he's going bad, but he ain't.
No.
He ain't bad. He ain't bad.
Andy Serkis.
Bad.
Yeah, he's got to be bad, right? Bad CGI character?
I think he's real. I think he's a real.
I don't think he's real.
I think he's acting.
I don't think he's real. You know why? Because it looks like he's going to be real in the Avengers. So I don't think he'll be real in this one.
Yeah, you think he's going to do one for them, one for me?
You know what? I think he's playing all of the Ewoks.
Oh, God.
All of them.
Well, he did play the big ape. King Kong.
Yeah.
King
Caesar.
Kong.
Caesar.
King. Oh, yeah, he played that
Played
one too.
Caesar in
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
He also played King Kong.
Oh, well.
Huh.
Okay. Gorilla.
Okay, whatever.
Gorilla.
Nothing to say about Andy.
Splitting hairs.
Now, people have been said that he played. He's going to play the big Sith, the big bad Sith.
Yeah, the big bad Sith.
He might be the
Hermit
big bad.
Sith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like Yoda
Sith,
was the hermit Jedi. He's the hermit Sith.
Exactly.
Right.
No, I never made that connection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Harrison Ford. Probably going to play Han Solo. Probably going to play Harrison Ford.
Could be that long-awaited Indiana Jones crossover.
Nice.
We never know.
Adam Driver.
Yeah. So everyone thinks he's the one with the tri-blade Sith
Kylo
thing.
Ren.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. Maybe. I guess.
I think.
I don't think he can play an existing character. He can't play Boba Fett. He's too tall and gangly.
Do you think his storyline involves wanting to learn Force stuff and not being accepted to be a student of Luke's?
Maybe.
And going his own way?
Sure. Maybe.
All right. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Lupita
Nyong'o.
You should just do the whole podcast in his accent, Ron. I kind of like it.
You say a good guy. I think she's going to be a good guy. A Jedi, maybe.
Okay.
Alien. Twi'lek.
Oh, really? You don't think she can just be like a black chick?
No. Please. This is Star Wars.
Oh. No, I think with the expanding going on, I think there'll be a black chick. I think she'll just be a straight up black humanoid.
Okay. All right. But we already have... So racist. We already have John Boyega. We already have a black guy.
Oh, wrong.
Oh, that's awful.
Everyone knows we have Lando for that. Okay.
Peter Mayhew. Dead. Ow. Ow. No.
Ron, you're going very dark this episode. I don't know, bud. I don't know.
I don't think he's actually putting on the outfit. I think he's training a new actor in the walk.
Sure, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, the few times I've seen him, he's been in a
Can't
wheelchair.
walk, right?
So,
yeah. But he perfected the walk. He
Sure.
knows the mannerisms of Chewbacca, so he's just passing that on too.
Sure, man, whatever. He's on set long enough to get that SAG card insurance.
You are
and that's
not
all that
a
matters.
Chewbacca fan,
That's
so
all that
don't
matters.
get off. Don't even mess with me.
I'm saying good for him. He needs the insurance, and I'm glad he got it.
Warwick Davis.
Ewok.
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 Wicket.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Max
Wicket.
von Sydow, you
Dude,
think's Boba Fett.
Straight up Wicket.
Wicket.
Like, not just an Ewok.
Wicket.
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 Yeah.
Old
Wicket.
Old Wicket.
God, that'd be great.
Max von Sydow.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Kenny Baker.
Boba Fett.
Kenny Baker, just sitting off in a corner,
Smoking pot,
earning a paycheck.
Yeah.
Greg Grunberg.
Have we got any more verification on Kenny Baker smoking pot all the time?
No.
Other than my random, like, I think I heard this somewhere
I've
sometime.
been doing a little bit more research on for a future episode on
Episode.
episode
Future episode of Star Wars Delusions of Granular.
Go.
Kind of doing an Alan Thicke thing. In the thick of the night.
No, I've been doing a little bit more research on Warwick Davis,
Yes.
and that's hopefully bringing me a little bit, shedding a little bit light on Kenny Baker.
Wow.
You know, short people.
Oh,
they stick
yeah.
together.
Well, I bet
So-
that I wonder.
I'll save that for a future episode.
Yeah, just tease it out a little bit. Did they have any interactions that you've heard about so far?
Well,
because, I mean, he's a little boy.
Warwick Davis basically got the part of Wicket because Kenny Baker threw his back out.
Oh. Very interesting.
Yeah.
What was he doing? How did he throw his back out?
Smoking pot.
That'll
He was
do it every
He was
time.
stuck in that can for like
Ugh.
8 hours a day.
It's truly hellish
weeks
what he
on
went
end.
through, actually. Greg Grunberg.
Do you think it smells inside R2D2?
Oh, yes.
Like a locker room?
Yeah.
PCs.
Yeah, some like gym shorts.
Gross.
Bad decision.
It smells like bad decision.
Greg Grunberg.
Greg Grunberg.
Who's that?
That's JJ's guy.
JJ's BFF.
Yeah.
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 Ugh.
Yeah.
He better play a Gungan.
I say rebel soldier in the background. Way in the back.
He's a Gungan.
No, he's gonna be that rebel soldier that, like, once you see him in the movie, you can't not see him.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, they're like,
hey, is that Greg Grunberg? Oh God.
he'll have one speaking.
Taken out of the
He'll have like one speaking line where it like cuts to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Like in is that Star Trek 3, I think, where Kevin Bacon has a cameo. It's like
Right.
super awkward, where it like just cuts to like an officer like in an open doorway, like, "Hello, sir," and it like cuts back.
Oh, I was thinking it would
It's like,
be
was that
like.
Kevin Bacon?
I was thinking it was
Not
gonna-
Kevin Bacon. Oh God, Christian Slater.
Oh right.
Sorry.
I was thinking it would be like from the Pee Wee Herman movie, where it's like he's like in the movie, but his voice is dubbed with a really low voice.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll have like a speaking line though, like where it'll be like, "Hey, open cell 22," and like he'll look up and be like, "Cell 22, sir." Yeah.
You don't you mean 1138?
Yeah. Don't you mean? Yeah. And like it hits it on the head. THX 1138. Okay.
Oh, awful.
Anthony
Greg
Daniel.
Grunberg is a fine actor.
Yeah. Well, the Heroes is coming back.
Yeah, I know. Don't care.
You have no interest, huh?
I do not.
How far did you get in the original series?
Second season.
Same here.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
I quit when I knew it was getting rough.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Had a friend who went all the way, all 4 seasons.
Wow.
When Skyler says he's not coming back, or Siler says he's not coming back,
Yeah.
it's like, well, what's the point?
Right.
What are we doing?
Right.
Okay.
Anthony Daniels. I think he still can fit in the 3PO outfit, right? He's still in
I think he probably
fine
has
shape.
a very, very,
he's like-
very strict regimen to
he's
make
like
sure
70,
he can stay in
right?
that outfit.
He's like 70. They can still cram him in there.
Oh,
right? He's
dude,
in
like
good shape.
I'm serious. This is, I think, his number one life thing.
Yeah, right.
Like he's not.
He's not doing anything else.
Well, no, and it's not like I'm saying he couldn't do anything else. I'm saying like he wants to.
Yeah,
like
no,
he
he's-
is C-3PO.
Yeah, he's been his character more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Like in anything.
Yeah.
You know, in any of the Star Wars characters, he's been. Yeah.
Yeah.
John Boyega, you know, the Lando character.
Oh, Ron. I don't even know what that means.
I don't either, but I mean,
Just because he's the black character.
he's the black character.
I don't know about that, Ron. I think that's exactly what they're going to try and fight here, Ron. You know?
True.
I mean,
But
John Boyega, he's the black stormtrooper.
yes.
That much we've gotten.
Do we think that he's a stormtrooper defecting, or do you think he's a stormtrooper in disguise?
Or rebel in disguise
A
as a
rebel in
stormtrooper.
disguise, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I like that he's defecting, personally. I think that's cool.
I'm going to take the opposite stand and say that he is in disguise.
Have you seen Boyega in anything yet?
I saw him in Attack the Block. Yeah.
Noah, right? Is that his character's name or something?
No idea.
I thought it was like a biblical name. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, good.
It's good?
Good movie, yeah.
He's good?
Decent flick, yep. Maisie Richardson Sellers really had a pull. She is some type of
Peter Sellers' granddaughter?
actress. Maybe. I couldn't even tell you.
Is Maisie...
Curly haired.
See, that's why I keep getting confused that there's a Maisie and a Daisy.
Right.
Who's Maisie?
This is somebody, I don't know, she had a long name. I pulled it.
Huh.
I think I've seen her picture.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing. I get confused with a lot of these characters.
Right.
Actors.
Hey, they're characters.
Like, why? It's funny because some of these names, it could have been like... I think Daisy Ridley could actually just be a Star Wars name.
Right. Oh, totally.
Yeah. Han Solo and Daisy Ridley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah.
Totally a
Mark
Star
Hamill.
Wars- Mark Hamill.
Mark the Little Ham. Oh.
Daisy Ridley.
Yes.
This is all I got. That's the last one.
And she's supposed to be the star.
Yeah, I think she's the star.
How do we know
Clearly,
that?
Because I don't know how we know that. I'm saying she's the star. I think people have said she's the star.
It's just, I mean, I think it's in the air. We're ready for a female,
Right.
like, lead.
I think that's...
I mean, Ahsoka has really, like, primed us for that.
Right.
Like, I'm ready for it, quite frankly. Like, Ahsoka was literally my favorite character of the Clone Wars.
Oh,
outside
absolutely.
of Anakin.
Absolutely.
Who's the greatest hero ever lived.
Until Daisy Ridley comes along.
Right. I'm ready for Daisy Ridley. I look forward to it. Do you think that she is, in fact, Han Solo's daughter?
Yeah, I'll buy that one.
Yeah?
And she knows how to use a lightsaber. I'll
You
even buy
do
that one.
not think that she is Luke Skywalker's daughter?
No. No to either one of those.
You think that Luke Skywalker has children?
No.
I don't either. Why is that? Why do I not imagine Luke Skywalker having children at all? It actually goes against everything I
It
think
does
of
go
Luke
against
Skywalker.
everything. Yeah, I don't know.
Is it because he's so so much like the son character? You know, or is it so much like the way he presents the Jedi stuff? Is that like it's very priest-like?
But that's the thing.
Like
is
by
I
Jedi,
don't-
when he comes out in Return of the Jedi, like he looks like a priest.
Well, yeah, but he also looked like he was turning to the dark side.
Right.
Like I think that was the whole thing. Is like, oh, he's wearing black now.
Yeah,
he's turning
he
into
might
Darth
molest
Vader.
children,
Yeah. I think the reason that he's too iconic. Like he's too like
Too
he is Star
iconic
Wars.
to have
He's-
sex.
Luke Skywalker is Star Wars, right? I mean, he's the.
But like it's weird though. Like I can buy that most other iconic characters like have
They didn't
sex and
give
have
him
offspring.
They didn't give him a hint at a love interest.
Well, they did, but it was his sister.
Right. Well,
so I guess
maybe
that was
that's
the
why
thing.
it
It's
is,
like
right?
we all know his radar is so far off that like
We
he
don't
must
want
just
him.
not be interested.
Yeah, we don't want him to reproduce.
yeah. Yeah, I guess that must. Do you think that's it? Do you think that like effectively neutered Luke Skywalker by like
Possible.
inserting that like brother sister storyline?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because it would feel weird. It would kind of feel like a case of the like, that TV trope of the like getting a case of the not gays. Like if they like were like, and here's my strapping son, like like it's just like I don't know.
Well, okay, so they could make it work. 30 years have passed.
30 years.
Luke has a son or daughter, and the wife is
Dead.
just dead. or
Mara
gone.
Jade.
Yeah,
Mara Jade was
just
part
gone.
of continuity, but she died.
Right, just gone.
Yeah.
You know, she's just non-existent. You know,
Yep.
left, dead, whatever.
Yeah.
That would work. Like
Went into the Force.
I can picture Luke having a son or a daughter if there's no actual love interest for how that kid was conceived.
This is like a really weird thing we've stumbled on here. I know we're running long,
Yeah.
but like, you don't think he could do an Uncle O and Aunt Beru thing?
No,
It's weird because I can't imagine the actress that would be Aunt Beru to his Uncle O.
I can't picture Luke like.
Other than Carrie Fisher, weirdly.
I can't picture Luke like being like settled down as a farmer or anything. Like I can't see him being settled down.
I can't picture him like hugging someone. Like that's not
Touching someone.
Carrie Fisher or Han.
Oh, I think he could.
Hug a woman?
No,
no, God no.
no, but I think he could be I think he could
Let alone
play,
kiss a woman.
I think he could play a good father figure.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. I think he's a great father figure.
Father figure.
He's a great mentor.
Mentor.
Boy Scout leader.
Yeah.
Any of those things. He's a hell of an Eagle Scout leader, but I can't picture him being intimate with a woman in terms of like.
What if they get Annie Potts?
If Annie Potts enters play, I think that could work.
Yeah.
I think Annie Potts could sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Fair
right.
enough, Ron.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a good place to end.
So what we're
Yeah.
saying is Luke is gay unless Annie Potts is in the picture.
Luke is gay and only Annie Potts can turn him.
Right?
Yeah.
Turn him to the... I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah, okay, Ron. Well, I think that's been another fantastic episode of Star Wars Delusions of Granular, Ron.
That's
We
right.
don't usually do a wrap-up,
No, we don't.
but we've gone long enough. I think we might as well.
Yeah.
Star Wars, actually, just delusionsofgranular.com.
Delusionsofgranular.com.
No Star Wars, not affiliated.
Right. They're
Not
throwing out
those-
lawsuits. We don't want
Yeah.
we don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
I kind of do want to get, like, if we got a lawsuit from Lucasfilm or Disney, I think that could really up our Q rating.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 I'm still tying my celebrity chain to Mike Climo.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and his ring theory. Like every time, like he gets promoted, I'm like, oh yeah, listen to our episode where we talked to him before he was famous.
Also, Ron, if you are interested in talking to us or responding with any kind of what have you,
Yep.
they can always go to facebook.com/swdog.
That's
correct?
right.
Or hit us up on Facebook at swdog77. And
That's right.
don't forget to call in the listener hotline. What's that number again?
It is 651-337-9364. That's 651-33-SW-DOG.
That's right, folks. And remember, we're the podcast that's talking Star Wars,
Not
not whatever.
whatever in Star Wars. All right, folks. Good night.